With the conclusion of the Vanguard Zero Championship Winter 2020, deck lists of the top 4 players were released. There was one deck list that stood out, and from the champion too. It was Shira's Sanctuary of Light Royal Paladin deck. For the sake of convenience, I'll use a male pronoun to refer to Shira. Shira used this uncanny deck in the fight against 2 Ashura decks and won both.
Puny god.
In his first match against Bosuo, he managed to survive the unblockable combo by healing at 6 damage. Do note that he started at battle phase with just 1. It was literally a miracle. Was it surprising? A little bit. He used this deck again in a match against Seruri. Shira made good plays when he returned Gancelot for Blaster Blade, who provided additional offensive and defensive support. The deck responded in kind by giving him the triggers when he needed them. The rush mindset and the deck filtering paid off when heal was checked and all 3 attacks hit. The damage gap was 5-2. Seruri had a difficult time catching up and eventually the defense crumbled. It got me curious, so I broke down this deck and analyzed how Shira managed to bring out its full strength. I also think this guide will help you build a Sanctuary of Light deck upon set 15. Shira's core composed of the Sanctuary of Light Ride Chain, Gancelot, and Blaster Blade. The main shtick is a superior call a Sanctuary of Light unit from the deck when the Grade 2 Determinator and the Grade 3 Planetal Dragon are ridden. What the hell? Speaking of which, he is your main target to call as he is very useful to attack and defend. What's great about this is that it's free, so you have enough counterblast to spare that Blaster Blade will use at a critical moment of the game. This filtering engine is good enough, but Gancelot and Blaster Blade make it better. We all know how busted this mechanic is. Gansy solves our problems of drawing heal triggers by returning himself to the deck in exchange for Blaster Blade, which is a very strong card. Timing the return correctly and using Blaster Blade effectively will help you win the game. Not to mention, Planetal Dragon is also a good finisher. He gives enough power to SOL units to go over damage shield and trigger effects. Extra Planetal Dragons on your hand can be re-ridden to call more SOL units from the deck, filtering it further. I noticed that in all of Shira's games, he always maintains a full front row of intercepts. Whenever he uses Gancelot, he immediately calls the Blaster Blade to the field with a booster if possible. This was a very good play. For one, there's no use hiding that information. It will just make the opponent more careful. Calling the Blaster Blade you recently got can hide the fact that you may have other Blaster Blades or Gancelots on hand. It also helps if all the Blaster Blades you use have the same art. This level of aggression, and knowing that you can easily fill the field next turn, can mount hefty pressure on the opponent's side. They have to continue dropping cards from the hand in order to clear the intercepts. Since Novas don't have a retire mechanic, 2 attacks are wasted every turn. Shira also managed to expose the deck's flaw that the deck does not do anything except to try and fish out combo pieces during the early and mid game. We didn't see the support in action because Shira always completed the ride chain and pulled off his strategy optimally. In the list, we see Knight of Extravagance Tolus and SOL Brightness Dragon, Shira's primary weapons against luck. Tolus can also call units from the deck, and the primary targets are Blaster Blade Spirit and Sword of Hope Richard. Brightness Dragon can also serve as a cheaper Soul Saver Dragon when needed. He gives 5,000 power to 3 rear guards, and this is helpful if you're trying to finish the game. In my opinion, I don't think anyone expected Sanctuary of Light in this tournament, and it caught everyone off guard. It was a very risky strategy, but Shira managed to pull it off. My deep respects to Shira as he made this deck work. His plays were flawless, and his decision making was always on point. The deck in turn responded to his will. And if anyone feels salty about a 6 damage heal, oh, that's okay. We've all been there. You know what they always say? That's Vanguard. I would heavily appreciate if you would like and subscribe. If you have feedback, please let me know. You can also check out other content I have uploaded. If you know someone from the Vanguard Zero team, please tell them nicely that I want Cheergirl Adelaide in Vanguard Zero. And so do you. Hashtag I want Adelaide in Zero. If there's a strategy or a card that I should review, please let me know. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.